Welcome to the School-Based Mental Health Qualifying Grant Program updates from the Utah State Board of Education. We have some information hot off the press regarding the program. For clarification, at the legislative level, the School-Based Mental Health Qualifying Grant Program is known as the Student Health and Counseling Program. It is important to be aware of this when you listen for legislative program changes. This program funding was decreased by $1.3 million during the 2026 legislative session. The problem or question we face is, why does the legislature keep decreasing the funding for this program? The main reason is because the financial report that USBE is obligated to provide to the legislature showed $6.7 million in non-lapsing balances for this program for fiscal year 2025. What are non-lapsing balances, you may wonder? The non-lapsing balance is the unexpended appropriation remaining at the end of the fiscal year, June 30th. Think of this like your bank account. You may write a check, but if the person you wrote the check to has not taken the check to the bank and requested to be reimbursed for the amount on the check, the bank still shows your balance. When USBE Finance closes out the fiscal year, whatever is left in the USBE bank will be reported as non-lapsing balances to the legislature. When making funding decisions, the Public Education Appropriations Subcommittee and Executive Appropriations Committee uses the non-lapsing balance. Based on the information regarding non-lapsing funds, it appears to the legislature as if LEAs are not using the funding, and thus there is a surplus of funds in the program. When this happens, the legislature often decreases the funding amount ongoing to reduce the surplus. In fact, LEAs in fiscal year 2025 did use almost all of the funding, except for approximately $200,000. But these reimbursements were sent in during August or later, so this was not reflected in the legislative budget report. How can you help? The solution is to have grantees submit reimbursements monthly in the Utah Grant Management System. Grantees need to complete the accountability and data report early by July 1st so they can receive their final 10% of awarded funds. We are legislatively mandated to not give out final reimbursement until the accountability and data report is complete. Grantees need to submit final reimbursement no later than July 12th in the Utah Grants Management System. Additionally, grantees need to spend all carry-forward funds or waive them as soon as possible if they cannot be spent. This will allow USBE to award those funds out to other LEAs in a timely manner. Moving forward, once we can demonstrate that LEAs are utilizing all funding for this grant program, including carry-forward funds, we can then advocate for the funding to be reinstated to the original amount. Please help us reduce the non-lapsing balances reported to the legislature by submitting for reimbursement regularly and before July 12th. Thank you for all that you do to support students' mental health needs.